WPVM LP in Asheville, North Carolina, 103.7 on your radio dial, and globally all over the world at WPVMFM.org. And I am your host, Russ Wilson of In the Groove, but I'm sitting here in the studio with the beloved Davine Dial, our famous station manager, and she wanted to come in and chat with me for a few minutes before we officially start tonight's radio show. It is simply lovely to have you in the studio, as always.
Oh, well, thank you. But, Russ, I did not know I was famous. But thanks for letting me know.
You are famous. I am infamous.
You have been with the station longer than any other volunteer, and we really appreciate that. And we certainly appreciate all of the wonderful historical knowledge and just the energy that you put into your show.
Thank you.
And it's impressive. It's impressive. And so I wanted to find out from you. I want you to tell the listeners, why do you do this?
Why do I do this? I have nothing better to do on a Monday. No.
You liar.
No, I enjoy this. This has been a lot of fun. I was persuaded into this gig by Dr. Bill Bears.
Really?
Yes. Well, because he knows you, and he said, well, there's a local radio station, and they're looking for someone to take over the jazz show at the time. And I went, well, I'll give it a thought. Eventually, after, let's see, I had been on the air for a couple of years, it became the format. So for the last 8 years, it's just been strictly 78 RPM records. And I am thrilled to say that we've built a nice following on it.
I think so, too. Before you talk any further, here's some champagne for what you've been doing.
Oh,
so
bless your heart.
You can open it now, or you can... Yeah, I got the good stuff.
Yes, you did. Moet and Chandon.
Moet and Chandon.
Oh, I'm gonna go home and drink this tonight.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. You're love welcome. You. Thank you.
Yes. So, I'm have been in this 10-year learning curve of managing the station, and after I got my sea legs, I started being able to figure out who can do a show and who can't.
Right.
But lately, I've really seriously given thought to why people like you who come in consistently year after year and do this, what you're doing, are such unusual, unique people. And it really is I think it's something money can't buy.
I agree. For me, I can sit at home with my over 5,000 records now. I'm not bragging.
Yes, you are.
Maybe a little bit. But, I can sit at home and play records and maybe have a few friends over from time to time, and we play records and talk about the history or trade information back and forth. But with this, I'm sharing my favorite music, my music, and what knowledge I do have with a much wider audience. You want to have fun.
You don't want to be pedantic.
No.
You want to be fun. Yes. And radio should be fun. Whenever we're not dealing with serious stuff, we need to be having fun, because, damn, there's a lot of bad serious stuff going on.
You're telling me. There's some serious stuff. No, it's too early for me to say the other word, but there's some serious stuff going on out there. So I want it to be fun. I want it to be light. I want it to be a touch personal, but I'm not getting overly personal or overly emotional. But it should be, have a good time with it. And you've heard more than once, we'll have either Jimmy Zurich or Brody Hunt, Phil Hawkins in here, and we're laughing and cutting up. That's how it should always be.
Right.
Just as if they were in my house and we're drinking a bottle of champagne or sipping a cocktail and playing records and laughing and having a good time. That's how it is on the air.
That is, but there's the added element of the historical awareness.
True.
And the discerning curation. The curation.
True.
You're not playing just any old thing.
No, I'm not. And I'm not playing it from a CD. There have been people that have contacted me and said, "Well, you're just playing this off CDs." I'm like, I come every week with a case full of 78s,
a heavy case of
78s, and I play them right there in the studio. The little PBS thing that they
I was just fixing to mention that PBS thing.
I said for 2 hours once a week I get to be a disc jockey, not a DJ, but a disc jockey, like the old days, and play old records. It's fun, and I love sharing my knowledge with people, and from that, people have messaged me and say, you got this wrong, or let me add something to this. And that's the great part, is that now we've made this connection with people who are listening in and commenting back.
Yeah.
So that's always good, and it's always helpful too.
So have you heard how artificial intelligence is able to duplicate people's voices now, and that
it is frightening.
A lot of corporate media will be using artificial intelligence instead of real people?
Yes, I've heard that, and I find it a bit disconcerting. I find it very frightening. It's a bit scary, and for me, especially at this radio station, I can't speak for others. I speak for this one. Is that everyone here who does a radio show, it's their live voices. It's a real person. Mm-hmm. What we were talking about, real people, real personalities doing real radio.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's what's great about this radio station. It's real.
Yeah, it's real. We say no BS radio. When I interview people to come in and do a show, I said, well, we want you to be authentic. We don't want any.
Right.
We don't want our quiet tagline is no BS radio.
Right.
So, well, thank you. I'm glad to have been able to sit here for a few minutes with you and find out what makes you tick.
It's an honor and a pleasure, and it's been a big thrill for me to be on this radio station for 10 years. I can tell you now that the relationship between you and I has lasted longer than both of my marriages.
And ours will continue because we don't get in each other's stuff.
Right, but I absolutely love you, dear.
Oh,
and thank you. Thank
I
you.
love you too.